Now, a day after the Red Fort car bombing that took place on the 10th of November, sources are now painting a much clearer picture. Findings are pointing towards a plot that actually collapsed under pressure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to chair the very important Cabinet Committee on Security, also known as the CCS meeting. The message from the top is unmistakable. Zero tolerance for these kind of incidents. Ahead of the top investigators, they are now saying that this in fact was not a suicide attack. Intelligence sources have told India Today that this was a Fayadeen attack, but it was a premature blast. The device actually went off before it was fully armed. They believe the suspect actually panicked. He was cornered because there were multiple raids that were taking place, not just in the Delhi NCR region, but even in Pulwama. And that is something that forced the hasty detonation. There is no crater, no road imprint, no shrapnel. All of this points towards the fact that this attack was not fully prepared, and this was not meant that that explosion should have happened at that precise moment. Investigators now believe a major attack has been averted only because the suspect cracked under pressure. Now, Prime Minister Modi is also all set to chair the very important Cabinet Committee on Security, also known as the CCS meeting. This meeting will take place at 5:30 p.m. He's already made it very, very clear. He is visiting Bhutan, and in Bhutan yesterday he said that the culprits of this conspiracy will not be spared. Listen in.
आज मैं यहाँ बहुत भारी मन से आया हूँ। कल शाम दिल्ली में हुई भयावह घटना ने सभी के मन को व्यथित कर दिया है। मैं पीड़ित परिवारों का दुख समझता हूँ। आज पूरा देश उनके साथ खड़ा है। मैं कल रात भर इस घटना की जांच में जुटी सभी एजेंसियों के साथ, सभी महत्वपूर्ण लोगों के साथ संपर्क में था, विचार विमर्श चलता था, जानकारियों के तार जोड़े जा रहे थे। हमारी एजेंसियां इस षड्यंत्र की तह तक जाएगी। इसके पीछे के षड्यंत्रकारियों को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा। All those responsible will be brought to justice.
Now, the Red Fort blast, a strike that has in fact rocked the entire national capital, has actually exposed a chilling new trail. Investigators are tracing the car, the doctor, and what they are saying, this is white-collar terror network that they are now looking at. This I-20 car that exploded near the Red Fort is at the center of the investigation. The I-20's trail runs from Haryana to Jammu and Kashmir, changing hands at least 4 times before reaching Umar. Investigators are now saying that this is the car of terror. Sources have told India Today Umar panicked after the bust, planted the bomb himself and carried out the suicide attack. Watch this report to understand what exactly happened.
The Red Fort terror blast. And now a widening probe that points beyond Delhi. Investigators are tracking not just a car and its driver, but what they believe could be the footprint of a larger network. At 8:04 a.m. Monday, the I-20 which exploded entered Delhi from the Badarpur border. By 8:20, it was caught on CCTV at a petrol pump in Okhla. Hours later, at 3:19 p.m., the same car drove into the Sunheri Masjid parking lot near the Red Fort, where it stayed for nearly 3 hours. At 6:48 p.m., it rolled out of the lot and just minutes later exploded at a red light near the Red Fort, killing 9 people. The man behind the wheel, Dr. Muhammad Umar, now believed to have been part of a larger terror module operating from Delhi to Pulwama. The I-20 bearing the number HR26 CE7674 is now at the center of a deepening terror probe. Its ownership trail winds through multiple hands, and now investigators are piecing together who was behind this car of terror. A trail that runs from Haryana to Pulwama. The I-20 was first owned by Mohammad Salman, who says he sold it to a man named Nadeem. Nadeem passed it on to a used car dealer in Faridabad. From there, Tariq, a Pulwama resident, bought it. The final buyer, Dr. Umar, is alleged to have been behind the wheel where the blast took place. Investigators now say Umar wasn't just a buyer. He was allegedly the mastermind of the Red Fort blast, part of a sleeper cell linked to Jaish-e-Mohammed. Two of his close associates, Dr. Adil Ahmed Rater and Muzammil Shakil, are already under arrest. Shakil was picked up by the Jammu Kashmir police on October 30, just days after Adil Rater's detention. Their interrogation led investigators to a shocking discovery. The cops recovered 2,900 kg of bomb-making material, including 350 kg of an explosive agent, ammonium nitrate, from the residence of Muzammil Shakil, a medical professor at the Al Falah Hospital in Haryana's Faridabad near Delhi. Dr. Umar was also employed at the Al Falah Hospital. Sources tell India Today that Dr. Umar maintained encrypted online contact with suspected handlers abroad. When the Faridabad module was busted, Umar panicked and, fearing arrest, allegedly planted the explosives himself in the I-20, carrying out what investigators believe was a suicide mission. The explosion killed him instantly, along with 8 others caught in the blast radius. DNA samples are now being matched to confirm Umar's identity. Multiple agencies, including the NIA, Delhi Police Special Cell, and IB, are now probing the module's communication trail, financial links, and possible instructions from Jaish-e-Mohammed's base in Pakistan's Bahawalpur region. As the probe deepens, the question grows louder. Was this just one cell acting alone, or the sign of a revived network trying to strike in the heart of India? Bureau Report, India Today.